Okay, so our presentation is going to be on the 4Ds of psychological disorder. My name is Herman Wright, and my partner's name is
Kerwin. So first, we're going to start off with what the 4Ds of abnormal psychology consist of, which is deviance, dysfunction, distress, and danger.
So, what is abnormal behavior? Abnormal behavior is the behavior that is socially unacceptable, distressing, and often the result of distorted thoughts. What's normal in one situation can be abnormal in another's. An example is like screaming on a roller coaster. One is expected to scream on a roller coaster versus screaming in the middle of the library. Normal can be versatile for everyone because what can be normal for me does not mean that it will be normal for you.
So the next up is deviance in a statistical sense. The behavior, thoughts, or feelings occurring infrequently among members of a population. So an example of this is say that you are out in public or with a group of people and everyone is talking to each other, but you start talking to yourself. And this can be seen as abnormal because you are in a setting where you're supposed to be talking to everyone, but instead you're talking to yourself, which is something that people usually do by themselves. So then there's deviance on a cultural sense, and this means that culturally unexpected behavior, thoughts, feelings, or responses. A cultural behavior is abnormal if it violates social standards. So this means an example of this is between Hispanic cultures and Asian cultures, because in Hispanic cultures you are expected to say thank you, but after you're done eating. And in an Asian culture, in a way to say thank you after you're done eating, you're supposed to burp. And this can be seen as disrespectful in a Hispanic culture because you're not supposed to burp at the table. But in an Asian culture, it's seen as something normal.
Distress. Distress is behavior, thoughts, and feelings causing despair, unhappiness, agitation, and alienation. Examples are pain, sorrow, and suffering, and being upset. Typically, this is what leads or brings people to seek help.
So then next is dysfunction, and this is the behavior, thoughts, or feelings that disrupts daily routines. So this is an example of interference with day-to-day life which disrupts adaptive life functions. An example of this can be insomnia or even depression, because people with depression lose the urge to be productive during the day, whether if it's brushing their teeth, showering, or going to class. People with insomnia are not able to sleep during the night, so this can lead to the disruption of their daily routines due to lack of sleep, and will leave them tired and feeling unproductive. This can leave them to function improperly overall because sleep is where we are able to regenerate ourselves and our brain to function properly throughout our daily lives.
Danger. Danger is a behavior, thoughts, or feelings that lead to harm or injure to self or others. An example of abnormal danger is someone who is mentally unstable and is willing to hurt themselves or even others surrounding them.
So this is our presentation on the 4Ds of the psychological disorder.
Have a good day, and my name is Herman Ryan.
And my name is Kerwin.